Good evening. Welcome to your Ass Hurts News Network. Coming to you live from the tip top of Cock Tower Square with your host, Sergeant Friday. Sarge, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome as usual. Life is good, and until it's not, and so enjoy it. That's all I can say. What up there, Carl and Lisa? I say I'm going to try to pull it. The day go. No, I'm just fucking with you. But if I notice people like Joanne come to the stream, I'll say hi. I'm going to try to be more monotone and friendly. Cletus, what say you?
That's like Clue trying to be fucking nice all the time. That shit'll last about 30 fucking seconds. Come on.
Well, I only got 60 minutes to play this game, and I want to sound like these other streamers that come across as informed and concerned. Can really sell their stories of whatever the fuck kind of fake bullshit it is they're selling. And I think maybe if I could pull it off with the truth, maybe it'll help the truth get across. If I, how lovely to see you, Lucky and Great Pearl. You people are awesome. I mean, maybe the honey will get some results there, Cleus. What do you think?
Yeah, either that or your fingers will just fucking stick together one.
Why would
you'll shove them both? You'll shove them both up your ass at the same time. One of the two.
Yeah, unfortunately, if I got to work that hard for people to hear what I'm saying, you could just basically go fuck yourself. But until then, I mean, you don't have to go do that. If you could take me in my natural format, you'd be much easier to get along with me. It's crazy. We got more bubbly waters like information out there when it comes to the assassination attempt on our former president. It's as if true crimers are going to jump into true crime and they're going to look at the attempted murder of an ex-president or assassination, whichever word you might prefer in the audience. Go fuck yourself. Where now she's got a video that she's actually zoomed in on to prove that there were two shooters on that roof, not just one. And I'm going to play a little bit of that. And there's a couple of points that I think are pretty obvious, but I don't want to tell you what I observe until after we get through this little fucking joke about whatever this fucking broad's talking about. Unbelievable. Are you ready to be amazed and horrified? This comes from that allegedly innocent. I mean, this person's all about following the truth. So let's see what she's got here.
Keep watching it.
Wait, let me go back. Let's see here.
They know I was wrong about that premonition. Watch. Oh, better go down here. His head. He's getting what we have seen. Be strange. Okay. All right. So look at the red. He's getting ready. This location. I need to silence myself. I was wrong about the minutes. It's actually more than 2 minutes before the shots ring out. Okay. What we're watching here is the red circle. So you're going to see, let me go backwards here. A little bit more. Okay. You see when this white, watch. Okay. You see when the white sign comes up, right? When the white sign comes up, you look right up here and you will see Crooks lift his head up for the first time. But Crooks is not up there by himself. Someone else is with him. Take a look.
Sarge, I think we have a problem.
What might the problem be?
I'm moderately confident that somebody has created this video.
Oh, okay. Let's not get into that though. I'm not. Listen, I just want people to see these are your AR Hayes, your harsh realities, and all these other fucking conspiracy theory fucking insane fucking morons. This is what they do. The Tommies, the fucking bubbly waters, the all these fucking the swamp roses of the world, the fucking the J hombres of the world. This is what they're doing. I want people to see this because I think once they hear what I have to say, hopefully it'll fucking strike a nerve and a bulb will light up. Because if a bulb don't light the fuck up, you need to get out of here. Okay. So let me just play this through. And the validity of the video isn't really the argument here. All right. So whether it's fake or real, let's just watch what this person does.
All right.
Halfway on his side, and he's preparing. He's getting ready. This location matches the other photographs and such that we have seen. But just wait. There's some very strange movement around him, back behind him. In fact, if you keep watching, you're going to realize there's someone there with him who's dressed all in black. Now, that is the little blonde kid, right? That's Crooks. He's dressed in gray or white. He's got the shooter shirt on from the YouTube channel. His hair's a little bit long and greasy, but kind of, dirty blondish color. The guy they shot and killed doesn't look like that. His hair is much darker. In fact, he does kind of look like another guy that I did a video on. But notice right here, because I thought, well, crap, that looks like two people. Right? Just wait. This is Bananas and Reverend Donna Serafina.
The only fucking banana in this is in your fucking vagina. Okay? And it probably should be in your fucking ear. That's the only fucking banana in here. They're allegedly fucking innocent. Now I'm going to keep going with her because there's something happening.
What's she going to say about, what the hell is she about to say about Reverend Serafina?
I don't even give a fuck. I don't know. I don't even know who that is, and I don't want to know.
I'll explain.
All right, but just let's not get off the top. Let's continue to watch the art of the fucking con game that most of you fucking morons couldn't fucking see. If someone like me is calling you a fucking moron and holding your head to make you watch and listen, you still might not get it.
If this matches with what's got you so freaked out, holy shit is all I've got to say. So watch what's about to happen. So the kid was laying over here, right, on his stomach, on his side. Now he's on his back. He's on his back and he's sitting up like he's trying to sit up. And there's somebody there behind him. Yeah, I tried to get the black box off, but hold it, just give it a minute. I wanted you to see like the full perspective that was released.
I'm going to stop here for a minute. This stupid fucking streamer is telling you what to see, what to think, and what to conclude. And that's the exact nature of all you motherfucking 5.62 billion morons fucking problem. Because you'll follow this woman's fucking game, and then you'll actually start to fucking see what she claims is there. You stupid motherfuckers. When is it that we're going to demand people put their facts first and their story later? Why don't you show me that fucking video, hundreds of people, and see what they conclude on their own with no fucking story? It's the story that gives away the con man, folks. It always precedes the fucking con. Their fucking story. And then you're going to buy it or you're not. And most people buy into this kind of fucking horse shit. And it gets even better. Watch the skills this fucking broad has. With more than bananas, apparently. Sadly for the banana.
Her in the driver's seat and the girl jumped in the back seat. Remember that? Okay, well, let me show you. Oh my God, that's so zoomed in. We cannot possibly see that. Okay, I was looking. Okay, I was trying to figure out what the hell we were looking at in this video. Why do I feel frightened?
Because you're a stupid cunt.
So you can tell what we're looking at, right? That's the black line, right? That's coming down. Like. And this is like the original starting point where we see Crooks. They're going to end up over here, okay?
Crooks, where we see Crooks, the man she said wasn't the fucking shooter just fucking a minute and a half ago. Because the picture of the guy they shot don't look like Crooks. He's more blonde, she says. How the fuck can people not catch these obvious fucking... Look it. I don't even know who the fuck gave the order to close mental institutions, but a vast fucking majority of people belong in one to follow shit like this. Literally.
Sarge, you got to stay at the same tone and at the same speed.
Yeah, that shit's out the fucking window. I was lying to y'all. I'm always going to be the asshole.
I'm sorry. I am going to address something about this. The entire video is bullshit, and she's pumping this out like it has any merit at all. But the entire video is bullshit. It's two different fucking angles of the scene spliced to fucking together. Either that or the ribs on that bi-rib metal fucking roofing is 8 foot spacing between the fucking ribs because it's as wide as the people are, which are 400 feet away from it. The entire video is bullshit. Why is she fucking pushing a bullshit video and trying to find something in it that nobody else has seen? What the fuck?
Bro, these people have no shame, and this is all of the streamers. Politics is even... This is typically what you'll see in politics, too. This broad... Look at... Can you imagine... I want to be a fucking forensics examiner with my fucking 26-inch fucking tube fucking monitor. I want to... and you got to pay me, though. And I'm going to do with these jerk-offs like Bubbly Waters and everybody else that fucking gets involved with anything like anybody like those people do or talk about. And I want to be the guy that can zoom in on a video and tell you what the fuck you're seeing. And that's it. When Sarge says it, it's it. That's all it could ever be, okay? And I'll tell you what I'm seeing. It looks like my dick has been transported to that fucking roof. That's what you're seeing, okay? Just keep that in mind. That straight object with the end of it slightly out of color with the shaft, that's my fucking penis. And that woman that's talking about this shit with the video should have her mouth on it. Okay? That's the best thing for her mouth to do. Because talking is something that should be eliminated from that broad. Cletus?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have a problem even fucking watching it because when I see it and I see that it makes no sense what I'm looking at, just from 30 seconds of looking at any real video of this fucking scenario, I know this video is bullshit. And I'm like, why am I even fucking watching this? So then the question comes into my mind, why is nobody else of all the people in the live chat that you can see playing, why are none of them fucking addressing that?
Well, let me just say, I was under the impression that this was originally a video from a spectator in the crowd on their cell phone. And they caught it. They were, and it's plausible. And I can accept that video. That man moving across that roof is possibly real because the pictures that the fucking cops had of him out front around the building show him on that far end of the building. He was further to the opposite end of where I think he got up from the building from.
I'm not really disputing whether the video of the roof is legit. I don't give a fuck because what I can tell you is the angle looking from behind Trump would not be looking at those buildings that way. It's impossible.
No, I agree. There's been manipulation here.
Right. Yeah.
But I think the original cell phone footage does exist. I think a senator or somebody released it. I'm gonna have to go check.
Copy that was released.
Somebody in the chat room. Do you know, was this released from some Pants played as the other and said that's what it was. But even then I thought it was fake because of how close of the other building. Okay, so let's not even get into whether it's fake or not. Because that distracts even more from the point I'm trying to make. Whether this is real or not isn't really the issue. It's the con that she runs on you. That's the fucking problem. And all your streamers do that. When Harsh Reality wants to bring up, well, let's look at the Aryan nation, as we know they're well set in Moscow and Idaho, and blah, 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 blah. Total fucking bullshit. Why are you entertaining yourself and shit like that? What is fucking possibly wrong with people's mental conditions? You should be out there talking about your things that matter in your life. From places that discuss things that matter. Doing things that matter. Not wasting your fucking time enriching these fucking idiots out here that do nothing more than take horrific incidences. They're tragedy pimps. Here's what I said in her comments. I said, people like you make ignorance bliss. You tragedy pimps never show the evidence without telling us what to see. Then you play a hacked up, pixelated piece of trash video and claim what you said was there is there. Now go sit down and get off the internet. Way too many people like you out here. Tragedy pimping is a form of filth. Stop it. Okay?
I wish there was a way to fucking spell the way that you say "stop it," because that's just fucking funny.
All right, let's watch a few seconds
He's
more.
by a Navy SEALs sniper. And they both show the same exact thing. So if it is manipulated, it was done before it was leaked. And about the only place, the only people I can think of that would be able to leak something like this would be the Department of Justice somehow, right? So,
Jesus
so
Christ.
Please realize I've tried to consider, I've tried to debunk it on my own. I've tried to say, you know,
try harder.
Did someone
get off that fucking banana?
Are we being punked? Is this a trick? Now, again, let me say this. The reason that this video was ever released in the first place was to demonstrate crooks running on the rooftop while Trump is actually on the stage talking, right?
Yeah. So what she's going to say is that's to show you the time that they had and the opportunity they had to take that guy out.
Yeah.
And so that's really the big impetus is what this video was being used originally. Its purpose was to show that they how could they not have had eyes on him, whether you're in the building or in the sniper nest behind Trump? How could you not see that guy move across the building? And in the beginning, I immediately thought, knowing as a Secret Service agent would have known, or at least assumed, that those buildings were being protected by the police, and that person on that building may have been local law enforcement. Now, the problem with that is, and why I think that's even more real now than I did when I said it, is because the police did not meet with the Secret Service before this operation. The Secret Service never went to that 9 o'clock meet and greet and discuss things. That never happened. So that guy on the roof behind Trump might have originally considered this guy to be part of a security detail. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I think he didn't take the shot because I don't think he was clear as to whether that was one of the suspicious people that have been being talked about. Knowing that their radios weren't connected. The Secret Service didn't have radios connected. How the fuck could that? All of those mistakes are what I'm saying. And this sniper was put in a situation to shoot and kill somebody that how was he to know the guy wasn't? And how was he not to originally consider? What would be your first thought? If you were a sniper on a roof in a rally where you knew other law enforcement were going to secure that building, right? And you're looking down your scope and you see someone's head walking across that building. What's your first thought? Let
me get my finger on the fucking trigger so that I'm
and then confirm, right? You want to know.
Yeah.
You want, yeah. And it took the guy a few seconds to confirm. Before he could fully confirm what was going on, the kid started shooting.
Yeah.
Because it ain't like the kid lollygagged up on the roof and had a fucking picnic and roasted marshmallows. He got up on the roof and walked across over to where he was going to take a shot from. Then he got down behind the roof where you couldn't see him and then snuck up. So he did everything a sniper's supposed to do. And I think that poor sniper on the roof is like, what the fuck? Right? Instead, we got to turn this shit. Instead of giving anybody the benefit of the doubt, like nobody could be innocent or no story is too outrageous. I don't know why people don't just start with the fairest observation and wait till more facts fill it in. It's either going to be right or wrong, but it doesn't matter until the facts fill it in, right?
Yeah.
I give the guy the benefit of the doubt at the end of that sniper rifle behind Trump or whoever took the shot and finally killed him. Because you'll see once he gets into this sniper position, it's not that long until he starts shooting. It's a matter of, I think, seconds. So.
And this is why we don't get a full assessment after 2.5 fucking weeks, going on 3. Because why would they? We're all fucking entertained with our own lunacy.
That's exactly the fucking I could never have said it that well. That's exactly the point. That's why, folks, I'm so fucking brutally honest about my opinion of these people. I don't have any personal hate for them. None at all. But I do find it highly despicable what they do, tragedy pimping, to earn their income. Go fucking collect cans. Go do something fucking admirable. Right? You don't use the attempted assassination of a president to get clicks and make up stories about some video that you can't even confirm is fucking real. You even admit that in your fucking stream, and yet you're still putting it up there with this fucking title. Look at this fucking title. Are you ready to be amazed and horrified? Crooks is not the shooter. You fucking filthy piece of shit. Cletus?
Oh, yeah.
What was that, an alarm? Did Sarge just win a fucking prize? I heard it.
I think so. That was the.
What did I win? What did I win, Phil?
That was the little fucking round devil ball, as I call it. That was notifying us of some Amazon alert, but it timed itself perfectly to say ding dong.
Fucking Sarge wins. Stream the day. There was a lot of smoke detector. You start getting a smoke detector over there, we're gonna have a fucking problem.
This fucking thing goes off enough, it might as well be one.
But look at you. You will know if you pay attention to the verifiable information. And if you do pay attention to that, you have to accept it for its worth, because there's nothing out there other than these jerk off fucking streamers. Folks, these con people are the only ones giving you a separate story outside of the facts. Facts that I'm surprised these fucking Congress people, because they got moles, they got leakers. I don't know if you know that. They know to the answer. Listen, this is the other part that you guys don't get it. The Senator Hawleys, the Senator Johnsons, and these other guys that are asking questions of these officials already have the answers to them. They had these answers when they started asking the question.
Yeah.
How many shots were fired? How many shell casings were found? How did he get up? They already knew these answers, folks. They knew the FBI or the Secret Service didn't meet with the local police. All of these things that you're seeing come out, these videos, these clips, were asked and released through the Congress, but the Congress has fucking whistleblowers. So they're highly understanding what happened here. And I think they're doing a good job releasing as much as they are releasing. I don't know what more I like on this. I'm relatively sure that man got up in the building, fired 8 shots at Trump, and then was killed. I don't see that as being unplausible, and I saw nothing. Have you seen anything that could contradict that?
I haven't watched anything because, quite honestly, I've just tuned out of it because until there is a full fucking report on it, I really have no fucking interest, because what ends up happening is you watch videos that are obviously 100 fucking percent bullshit.
Total fucking
they're
bullshit.
They're like I could in 30 fucking seconds I can prove to you, if I had if I was at a computer, I can prove to you that entire video is bullshit.
And something, I completely accept that. And in connection with how they narrative and sell this to the viewer, it's just fucking incredible. The viewer,
and it's like so what would happen if I watch that? Well, then I'm going to go and I'm going to say, okay, where did it originate? And because okay, somebody's running across that roof, I accept that's what it looks like, but I need to see the real original video.
Right.
And I would go chase that down a rabbit hole till I found it, which would lead me to another fucking rabbit hole, which would keep me occupied so that I would never fucking worry about the fact that we're almost 3 weeks in and have zero fucking information from the government in an official capacity. And that's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, see, there were 2 explosives found in his car. There weren't 2 cars with an explosive in it.
Yeah.
Right? There were 2 explosives in his car. Not 2 vehicles with explosives in them.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't know who Cotton Candy is. No. In his car, then a white van. I thought there were 2 found in his car and 1 found in his home. That's the reporting I got. The white van. Car was everybody assumed he was driving a white van, but in fact, he was driving a Kia or something.
Well,
what?
No.
Another.
So here's the problem I have with that, right? So I saw the white van get towed away. I saw the guy interview with the news network who said the white van was parked in front of his home. And I saw the map of where that was at, and it made sense. Then you tell me that this fucking guy rode a bicycle.
Yes, he did.
So now you're telling me he had a bicycle and a Kia or something. So he hauled a bicycle in a
Hyundai or something. Yeah.
So he hauled a bicycle in a sedan and took the bicycle out of the sedan and rode it into the fucking rally with a back. Yeah, I'm just.
And he parked over where the cops were parked.
Yeah, this is why I can't fucking chase this shit, because it's
that's come out through the Congress. And through actual documented investigative information. So I'll ride with that. A van was early brought up. Everybody was claiming van. He drove a van there. Well, that's been shown not to be true. He drove a car there. And just so you know, that's the basis. I don't care if he had an explosive on his bicycle too. It wouldn't matter to me. Maybe he owned a van in his house that had an explosive in it. Wouldn't surprise me. Right?
Mm.
But as far as it doesn't question whether he's the shooter or not, which is
Right.
what everybody's trying to question and trying to do a JFK on this thing.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. As fucked up as this may sound, I don't really care if he had a bomb in his house. I don't care if he had a bomb in his car. I don't care if he had 15 fucking cars there with bombs in them. He's dead. He took 8 shots, and a sniper took him the fuck out. Right. Tell me more about that. You know what I mean?
Like what I want to know more about, and that's what the picture that's being painted slowly, and sometimes the Republicans will do this to you on purpose, folks. They do offer up evidence that really there is no way to explain all of the failings on that security detail. There just isn't, without it being as if they were commanded to do something a certain way and they actually went and did it that way, because that's how it works. I mean, these fucking people are military trained, they're military professionals. They're told what to do. The sniper doesn't say, nah, he'll work with the guy that wants to place him somewhere to some extent, but when he's told to go dispatch to somewhere, that's where the fuck the guy goes. He don't take it upon himself to go get an ice cream. So all of these missteps, all of these errors, all of these sightings, all of these opportunities, and the fucking kid walked up onto the building, down the building, laid down and shot at Trump. That's so fucking incredible that again, they could be framing it for the observer like me to say that was orchestrated, and they ain't even have been orchestrated with the knowledge of the shooter, right?
Yeah,
they may have known there was a fucking shooter coming. Now you may even had to know who it was, but they just provided an opportunity for somebody to get up on that fucking building. But the kids there 2 hours ahead of time, Cletus, scoping the place out, and people knew it.
Here's kind of where I'm at with it in my head too, right? Us sitting out here talking about all this bullshit and chasing these rabbit holes is doing nothing but playing into the game, right? Because you said yourself, we should realize that they release information. They have whistleblowers that release information purposely, right? And they're anonymous whistleblowers. Well, that's only done as propaganda. And the only way propaganda is effective is if we fucking hook into it and chase it. Because it's a fucking distraction.
What I'm trying to do, you're right. In this particular current situation, though, I think a clarity on the crime, like a clarity on the Donna case, a clarity on if Sebastian's ever solved, a clarity based on actual facts you can verify. I don't think pointing that out is a bad thing.
No, I don't either.
But the reason I went after that one streamer tonight was to point out just the nature of how people get so easily conned by some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing with what you're doing tonight. I'm just saying in general. At the 5.62 billion, right? This is why we are our own fucking worst enemy. We can't get answers to something major that just fucking happened 3 weeks ago because we're too busy chasing the fucking rabbits that don't exist, but these motherfuckers out here for us.
And let's go a level worse. All the people that you need to fucking get in touch with, you have. It ain't like you're searching for no motherfucker for an answer. Everybody that was involved is at your fucking fingertips.
Yeah.
This should have been solved by the next day. We should have known. People should have been pulled off duty. Commanders should have been relieved. Right? All of this should have happened immediately. And then the evidence laid before the public. And whenever it shows, it shows. But all of it, unquestionably all of it. And that's what the fuck these people are supposed to provide us. This is America. And in between doing it the way they do it, you end up with all of these fucking crazy fucking streamers that just target you empty-headed motherfuckers. They're telling you what to see. They're telling you what to think. And most of you will make this say, well, I don't watch the media no more. But everybody on the fucking internet copies what the media does, just with their own twist. I don't fucking understand how you people don't notice that. You're smart enough to see that the fucking media does it to you. You're too stupid to see the streamers are doing it to you.
I'm going to invest in banana companies.
I'm going to invite that fucking dinner to a bonanza.
I
Listen,
promise
I'm going to
you.
invite that streamer to a bonanza. She's like a blonde of some sort.
Somebody will watch that stream and buy fucking bananas, and then somebody will watch that stream and incorporate bananas into their fucking stream.
Yeah.
I'm going to invest in bananas.
Cotton candy, that's not correct. They identified him by the serial numbers on the rifle. That was their initial identification of him. They did not get DNA. That was fake. That's fake news. And that's what I mean. All of this stuff comes out, it becomes part of the narrative because it's not verifiable. But everything is being heard and spewed and spent, and it's all coming from social media to the point where even somebody's idiot congressman brought up the fucking water tower and cross-examination array. It's like, you, holy fuck, all you streamers need to shut the fuck up. Stop telling these stories. Stop coming up with these fucking ideas. Look, there's 2 shooters on the roof, Cletus. I got proof. Look at my video.
I wonder if these congressional hearings are open to the public. Like where they had, Ray in, and they had that director of the Secret Service in there. I mean, is that shit open to the public?
Say that again? Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
And I just want to say to Captain Candy, the DNA, they did bring the rifle back to the father, but the father had legal paperwork. He transferred ownership by selling that gun to him last October. That's been confirmed. So that rifle did belong to the shooter. He bought it from his father. And that's confirmed right through testimony and through documentation to show that. So it's all a dog and ponies. You're right. And that's what I mean, Cletus. It's just so much of time fucking wasted. And, I agree. I think for a lot of parts, I'm adding to wasting some of that time. Right.
Well, I'm just saying, like in right. I mean, it's fucking infuriating. And it's frustrating, right? Because I have stepped completely the fuck away from streams except for yours, Clues, when she goes live, and that's about it. That's really all I fucking watch. It's all I fucking participate in. And it's like you can see it so fucking clearly when it's something that you really care about and you see what the fuck is going on. It's so obvious what the fuck is happening. And it's just so damn frustrating. And the reason I asked if these congressional hearings are open to the public is because if I hear of another one, I may have to go to fucking D.C. myself and sit in the fucking crowd and pull a Marjorie Taylor Greene where I'm yelling fucking dumb shit at them. Like, why are you fucking asking that? I don't care. Ask something else.
Here's what we're gonna do, Cletus. Listen, I'm gonna Google, or I'll figure it out. How do we get press credentials? Okay.
You print
and
it.
then
you literally print
people, let me finish. Nigga, let me finish. As credentialed reporters, we then take Your Ass Hurts News Network, and we start getting a list of the questions the American public want answered, and start hammering all the fucking senators with those notes. We want this question answered, this documentation provided, this information provided, at least the rank and position of the officers on duty. You don't have to give us their fucking names, where they were, all of the questions that matter to try to understand what happened. And then we just start hammering these fucking congressmen with letters, emails. We want these answers, and we should do it in a group, like a group email, where we put together what we want to know, a list, and then send it off to every fucking senator. It doesn't matter who they are, even if you hate them. And these questions need to be answered. The American public wants to know, and just keep passing that around and get more and more people to sign it. I mean, that would be a way to get answers in the city. We may not even get the answers, but it would be a way for people to start doing something to try to get answers.
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting around accepting you're never going to know. They'll unseal the documents in 100 years. Well, we ain't doing a fucking thing to give them a reason to do anything but that.
Yeah.
Right? We're sitting out here talking about this fucking crazy ass fucking broad about 2 shooters on the roof now. One guy laying on his back, but trying to sit up at the same time. The last time I laid on my back and tried to sit up, my fucking legs were in the air. I don't understand what she's talking about. Okay? I mean, I don't get it. How the fuck do you lay on your back and sit up at the same motherfucking time? You heard her say that, right? Did you hear her say that?
Maybe you have to have bananas to pull that off. I don't know.
Dude, I don't know how you do it. I know women can do it. When I was a little kid, I'm sure I did it. But I don't even know what in the ass. Like, what the fuck? I don't know how you lay on your back and sit up. I don't get it.
A side note: Do you know what's required for a press pass, or to have a badge that says press or media?
Well, no, I have to find out how we get one. How we got to do it legally.
Well, I can tell you. You get on your computer and you take a piece of paper and make it say media, and you print it. There is no official organization that declares you media.
Oh, all right. So your ass news network is officially media. We just need to put stickers on ours. I don't have a shirt on at the moment.
Yeah, it's literally the it's such a fucking scam.
Can I get a fucking White House pass, a press conference room pass?
I don't know how exactly you get access to certain events, but in terms of becoming a member of the media, you are a member of the media.
Look at that, folks. Sarge is the fucking member of the media. You better watch out, fucking Tucker. We can ask Bullhorn Betty. All right. Or we can ask JLR. Isn't that her ex?
I think JLR's the pass that he wears around his neck is why I went and looked it up, because I was curious. And I was like, no shit, it's nothing but a fucking scam. You don't have any fucking credential. You made that shit on fucking line and had it sent to you for free. Like, what the fuck? That's funny as hell.
Well, Cletus, we've enlightened Sarge. I love when people can learn me something.
Well, there you go. You have learned something tonight, Sarge.
I have learned something tonight. And I thank Cletus and all those in the chat room that reminded me, as an American, I am the fucking media.
Well, and you learned something from Allegedly Innocent, didn't you?
I don't learn a goddamn thing from that fucking nut job.
Okay, good, because I didn't either.
What the fuck was that question? I'm like, what? How the fuck did that come from? What did I learn from her? Not to be like that. Not to try to tell you guys a story and then tell you what to see. That's what always has bothered me with those third-party people that jump into the true crime or into politics, like they got an inside fucking line. Yeah, show me your fucking facts, and then maybe I'll ask you a story. I want to hear your story about it, but don't tell me your story and then show me fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
you waste all my fucking time. Who wants to hear that? Imagine that you go to the lottery office under the fucking impression you're winning. They spend 45 minutes explaining the lottery to only tell you your ticket's no good. You'd fucking flip out. You put up with it from all these streamers like it's cool. Oh, Cletus, I don't know, man. What do you think about that, though? We get honest, accurate questions and start fucking boom, 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 boom. Your Ass Hurts News Network. Boom, 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 boom. We just start blasting them out. Our listeners are concerned with these answers to these questions. Thank you. What say you?
I think if I'm ever in a position where I can dedicate my time to that, absolutely. I got no problem being an asshole. I got no problem pushing a fucking button when it's warranted. And I think in this situation it's absolutely warranted.
Yeah, so I need to come up. We need a Your Ass Hurts News Network email account. We need
I thought you were talking about being there. Yeah, I mean,
I would love to go there. I don't know if they'd let us in.
I mean,
can you imagine someone from Fox? YAH News Network. What does that stand for? Your ass hurts, honey.
You wouldn't.
Dude, we could become instantly famous. What we should do is meet up and travel around the country with a camera and a fucking microphone as Your Ass Hurts News Network.
There you go. You wouldn't last 5 minutes in a White House press conference, but you would become instantly famous. Because every fucking media organization there would be filming you because you'd be saying something. You would lose your fucking mind on what's her name, that the press secretary for the White House. What the fuck is her name?
I don't know her name, but I know who she is. Yeah.
You would lose your fucking mind on her, and it would be world news. Sergeant Friday attacks the White House press secretary.
Threatens to beat her to death with her own fake hair.
It tells her Sergeant Friday tells White House press secretary she probably blows bubbles when she's kissing her own ass.
You really like that one, didn't you? That one fucked you up, bro. Oh my God. That's just too much.
Next in the news, robot throws itself down the flight of stairs.
Look, Friday's trying to resuscitate it.
Oh,
we need you as press secretary. Wake up, robot. Wake up.
Oh man, I just got the whole fucking mental just cycle of that went through my fucking head. I could see it fucking playing out. That's hilarious.
I would come up with a string of fucking insults. It would they're always first timers. Not always, but a lot of them are just first time off my fucking head. Bang. See ya.
It would be worse getting tackled by the Secret Service and drug out of the fucking White House to see it first, in first person. Like that would be fucking awesome.
I'd be yelling, too bad you couldn't aim at the sniper before he shot Trump.
Where the fuck were you guys?
Sergeant Friday to tackle.
Where were you guys when Crooks was on the fucking roof?
Right. You fucking assholes, you're in the wrong location.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, laughing is the best thing we can do. Oh my God. We do live in a shit show of a fucking eternity here. It's and the best part of it all is the answers at people's fingertips, and yet these fucking streamers that have the con fucking game down, they just got people by the fucking short hairs. People don't even see it. It's fucking incredible.
Well,
it's amazing. We're being entertained they're conquering us by entertaining us, is what they're doing.
Here's a question I have. So do you think that a lot of them have the con game down, or are they just following the bigger cons?
No, I think like you've got a very you're not nearly as aggressive or fucking high strung as I am.
No.
And so I see most people have a better means of delivering data than I do, because I don't, they're I don't know, like you're comfortable and you come across the way you do it. And that's the people like listening to that. And I don't, rather than someone like me telling you you're a fucking asshole every other minute. Right? I mean, who wants to listen to me?
Fuck.
But it's the world's biggest truth. We're all a bunch of fucking assholes and idiots because we do this to ourselves. Every piece of shit politician in office is a reflection of us, not them at all. Us. Every problem we have is a reflection of us. We allow ourselves to get dragged down into these fucking little stupid cultural wars or fucking identity wars. It's fucking ridiculous. It's crazy, man. And we don't talk about any of the solutions or the common ground. We just stay bantering back and forth about it's insane. I don't. That's what I mean. Someone like Tucker, some of these fucking guys should start coming up with solutions. This case would be a great one, where one of these big giant people with fucking 26.5 million followers, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna send us your questions, what you want the Congress to answer. Here's our email. We're gonna just randomly pick a pile in the pile and pick these questions out. If they're legitimate questions, we're gonna compose them and send them to all the senators. Well, and we're gonna send them a lot in that the total amount of people that responded to this.
And I mean,
if need be, we'll send all your letters on to DC if they don't get it with the first few. Okay. I mean, the guy's in a position to change the world, literally, and I don't know how they don't see that. I just don't see how they don't see that. The topic of user agreements. That's an extraordinarily powerful topic that nobody can object to except the people that are fucking profiting from it. Right?
I think it's just such a foreign fucking thing that it's not something easily accepted as a problem. Right? Like we all
being told it's a problem. We're ignoring problems. We buried our head in the sand. We know it's a fucking problem. Everybody knows it's a problem. Come on, Cletus. People bury their head in the sand. They don't want to do anything about it because but again, people are followers. If there's a leader like Tucker or some of these other big names, that problem would be a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I don't disagree with that at all. I don't disagree.
Maybe they could have some more fucking inspirational, better sounder, more sane ideas than me. I'm just some fucking, moron on the fucking internet like anyone else. I mean, I'm no better than anyone else out here. I don't have any special fucking skills. Although I do fucking get some witticisms in there. I guess I'm witty. What do you think about that, Cletus?
Yeah, I'd say you've got the best insults of anybody I've met in my fucking life. And they're just so free-flowing and natural and effortless. It's fucking amazing.
It's like I'm reading it from a storybook, right? Your kids are ready for bed. Don't turn me on.
Sometimes I wonder, has this motherfucker got like a notebook that he writes this shit down in and then reads it every night like a fucking dictionary or something before he goes to bed so that he remembers them all? endlessly.
No, I appreciate it. I do. I have a memory that goes all the way back. I remember being in my high chair. I remember that. I don't know how people don't remember their childhood. I'm trying to think about before I was born. I don't think I can get my brain to go back that far, but I absolutely remember being in a high chair, being a little kid, being carried, trying to walk, falling down. I remember all of that shit. I don't know. And everybody else says no, they don't remember. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, that's because you were 8.
Man down. Somebody call 911. Sarge just took a head wound.
I couldn't
man. Profusive bleeding from the head wound. It doesn't look like I was grazed either. I think the exit wound is massive. Somebody help.
That was a fucking good one. Even
that
for
was
me.
Awesome, bro. That is fucking awesome. I think the prison exchange with Russia is a step forward. We need to avoid war at all costs, and we need to withdraw our forces from any war zone around the globe. And those people that want to fight amongst each other starve. We ain't giving you no money.
Fuck so what prisoner exchange? What did we do?
I think we traded some with Russia, but usually we're on the losing stick. Like, that's a way to, they did that because they also, the mastermind of 9/11 got a plea deal. The mastermind of 9/11 got a plea deal. And so what does Biden do on the day that the plea deal is announced? He makes a deal with Russia. He probably licked the skin off of Putin's asshole. Okay? So that he could come up with a news story that wasn't, they gave that fucking mastermind on 9/11 a plea deal.
The mastermind of 9/11 got a plea deal, but I saw on a couple of thumbnails that it seems like Congress in general is praising Israel for taking out the mastermind of the October incident in Gaza.
Well, wow. I'm just shocked, and those are the topics people should be fucking outraged about. Not Kamala being Indian. Gives a fuck where that broad comes from. Yeah. I don't care if she was. There's just nothing you could say about her that would give me any confidence that she just is not one of the corrupt criminals that are lackeys for the fucking people in control. And at least you can make the argument to some extent Trump doesn't appear that way, but Trump's on the side of other people that are countering Kamala's side. And in that to me is also another crime cartel with a different fucking point of view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need as a people to start demanding these people perform in their jobs, and voting is obviously what you're going to have to do. But if you can shame them enough, maybe they'll just quit. Right? The fuck, man.
It's possible.
I was trying to mock the Southern act. Anyway, say what?
I said it is possible that they just quit.
I mean, if there's enough people that stand up, especially on this issue with Trump being shot at, it's egregious. And even if there is no smoking gun that officials were involved in allowing that security breach, all of them people still need to be fired.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. Sorry. Guess what? We sold the company. You no longer work here. Right? How many fucking Americans have endured that? Guess what? You fucked up to the nth degree. There is no bigger. The only thing you could have done bigger was end the universe as we know it. And since that didn't happen, we're going to send you home with your boots that we hired you with. Have a good day. All of them need to be shit canned.
Has Kamala or Trump really spoken on that situation in the past week, say?
Trump is trying to play it off. He's trying to be the bigger man and let the process play out. But again, I have a problem with that. He did that with Russiagate. He did that with Ukraine impeachment. This guy had the dirt. He could have fucking wiped these people out, and he didn't. It does concern me that he's playing so nice with these people.
I mean, and here's my point, right? Yes, one of you two will undoubtedly be the leader of the fucking United States. However, the Secret Service allowed one of you to almost fucking die. And to the best that I can tell, the only person that's been relieved of duty wasn't even fucking there.
Mm-hmm.
And she relieved herself. So I think that would be probably my number 2 fucking priority. Because if you do end up winning the election, you're being protected by people who have failed once recently. What the fuck? Why are you not just shouting at off the fucking rooftops about that. That's crazy as hell. I don't know.
Listen, you're absolutely right. The points can't be unargued. There, somebody said something in here that distracted me. Yeah, okay. And this is the thing I was trying to push on Twitter all day. Is she is not a legitimate officer to run for the presidency. She was not by any of the laws within the unless both candidates are struck dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Joe Biden steps out. Because there was no convention nominating him as a candidate, that means that there should be candidates coming forward for the people to vote for. And there isn't. He just gave it to her. And that's not legitimate. That's none of the people that voted in the primary for the 2024 presidential election. None of them voted for Kamala. They all voted for Joe. Not for Joe to decide who he wanted to replace him, but for fucking Joe himself, right? And that should be an outrage by anybody that thinks voting is a solution to anything. How is it you get completely eliminated from the process? And you're okay with that? And yet the whole point of the process is to get you to go vote. I don't understand. How fucking stupid are we?
Pretty.
The whole point is to get you to go vote for somebody for president, yet you didn't get to vote for who you could choose to run for president. And you guys are okay with that? That should be the topic on Twitter. No matter what any Democrat says, that should be the only comeback that we give these Democrats. How dare you stand for democracy? How dare you make that comment? When it was ripped right out of your hands and fucking stomped and pissed on, and now here's your candidate. Because the billionaires who raised her $100 million overnight, how much of the $100 million came from you fucking dumb slob that's going to vote for her? None. Who do you think she's going to work for, you dumb slob, when it comes time when she's elected? You or the people that gave her $100 million, you dumb fucking slob? What's wrong with you people on the Democratic side? I just don't get it. And that's all I wrote. I'm just and I can't believe it, man.
Well, I hear Mexico's nice this time of year.
Listen, I'm telling you, if they did that in the Republican Party, I think once the candidate is accepted, he gets the delegate count allotted to him. He's announced the candidate, and then he tells you his running mate. Then I think it's within absolute obvious that if that person passes away, his running mate becomes the candidate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't.
But if there's any time before it, like this situation, then no. Then it should go back for people to vote, even if you do it electronically. But how the fuck? Right?
Yeah.
And let other Democrats throw their, because I think they're making a mistake for one. I think there is a better candidate than her out there. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised they wouldn't cuddle RFK Jr., to be very honest with you. I mean, they kind of threw him out of the party, but that guy would have been probably a better pick than Kamala. He appeals to a lot of Republicans for many different reasons. And for the most part, he is very moderate and very sane on his policies. He is a little wacko with the fucking the global warming stuff, but I don't know.
Well, nobody's perfect. I mean, if his policies and shit are fucking sound and good and heading things in the right direction, then I don't really give a fuck what he believes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's terrible that we live, and but I think nothing anymore. You just
can you imagine crazy Kamala making wartime decisions? Yeah, I know. I visualize that shit, right? And it's like there's a conflict, and before the fucking word conflict is done, the fucking button's pushed. Like, let me fucking launch first. I'll show you a conflict.
Yeah, so they're gonna say, "Well, here are your codes, ma'am. Enter your codes." She's like, "Enter them where? In my phone? No, bitch, in the briefcase." Oh, hurry! Oh, I got that wrong. Can I start over? With that cackle she's got, like Hillary. Oh, but as a Dem, you don't have to do that. What is constitutional about that? I don't know what you mean by that, Lisa.
I'm talking about voting for a candidate.
Yeah, how the fuck aren't you supposed to vote for the candidate? I thought the candidate represented we the people, not fucking we the donors. I And here's the other thing too, and Democrats accept this. You guys are a bunch of fucking anti-fucking democratic pieces of shit. You accept the fact that Bernie Sanders would have won that nomination had it not been for super delegates. And the super delegates are all your billionaire 1% fucking left-wing limousine motherfuckers. That's who your super delegates are. And they pick the ultimate candidate, right? How is it that you are in a party that you are called Democratic Party and nothing about your party even comes close to being Democratic? I don't follow that at all. The only thing you want democratically counted is votes for major offices like president. You want that on a popular vote instead of an electoral vote because you're too fucking ignorant to understand why there's an electoral college. Maybe this should be a topic for another day, but you do realize why there's an electoral college, don't you, Cletus?
I did at one time, and I have forgotten.
Okay, it's a brief point, and this is the only reason it exists. It's so that states with massive population can't control the presidency of the United States. And in this country, that's absolutely what would happen, and exactly what would happen every single time there was a vote. New York and California and Chicago, Illinois, just a few states added to the normal vote around the country would put them over the top every time. So the reason you assign electoral college based on the states is so that every state matters. Every state gets a voice. Every state has to voice who they want as president. And it's a total of their electoral college value assigned them that then determines the president of the United States. You have to win the electoral college, which means you have to win more than 4 states or 5 states to get the popular vote. That's what the electoral college was designed for. That's what it prevents. And that's to promote fairness across a republic. Because we are a republic. We can't have big population centers determining the entire republic's fucking fate. Everybody should have a hand in it, right? And that's the genius of that electoral college. It really is. I mean, that's one of the reasons these states all came together in a union, right? And I don't understand how people, especially on the Democrat ticket, just don't seem to realize the power of that how important that is.
Right? Well, and see, if I were a Democrat, which I'm not a Republican either, I'm non-affiliated, but if I were a Democrat, I wouldn't vote this year. If I didn't like Trump and I was forced by my party to vote for somebody I did not fucking have any say in, I just wouldn't vote. And, you know, if Democrats truly believe in democracy, I would expect a low turnout from the Democrat side on election day.
Right. I agree with you too. I think a lot of Trump's vote within the black community, a whole bunch of it's going to come from them not voting at all.
Yeah.
They ain't going to want one. Now, someone just said some people don't like the electoral college. Those people went to college and are the most uneducated people you'll ever meet. They have no mental capacity to understand the genius of that electoral college and why the United States exists for points like that. The Constitution, the other issues, and all the things they started out when they founded this country, we were a mightily fucked up group of slave-owning motherfuckers when this came around. Let's be honest, right? Yet, thank God there were people during that era that could see ahead. And that's the other part that a lot of Americans just don't seem to fucking want to understand. You do not live under the bounds and the realms of that Constitution. It was always a goal to work towards, and we've done a fucking horrible job of it. Horrible job of it. You don't have a fucking right to own a gun. I mean, the idea that they can't take your guns is bullshit. Of course they can. But we've done nothing to further the protections for every citizen, every man, woman, and child. The freedoms, we've done very little. We've expected elected officials to do that. And look at all these false prosecutions, false arrests, right? Look at all these false wars. Look at all the drugs that come across you. You mean to tell me the mightiest country the world has ever seen can't get rid of a cocaine field? Cletus, you know what I mean? I think I'm going to start sucking the end of a shotgun.
Well, just start with a banana.
You are a fucking hot mess. Maybe that girl's got lessons or something. I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, the fuck, there should be fucking 5 million of us go to the border and camp. Set up our own fucking wall. Fuck that. People go back where you came from. Fill out the fucking paperwork. We want to see 3 forms of ID. Treat them like a DMV visit. Them fucking people will flee from here faster than you could count. right?
Well, if Kamala wins and we don't have an answer on an assessment on the attempted assassination, we won't have to. Maybe I can persuade immigration to slow down on my way into fucking Mexico as I tell them you don't want to fucking do this.
No, I think we should set up a DMV office down there for immigration processing. That would solve all our problems, bro. Ain't nobody gonna say, look, fuck that bullshit. I ain't waiting in that fucking old church pew for days. Right? These fucking people give you the hardest fucking chairs in the world to go sit on, and then you meet the most miserable, I wish I wasn't alive fucking customer service rep. Like, Jesus Christ, lady, what the fuck? Why would you even get out of bed? What is the point with the you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. I just want to register my car. Holy fuck, Cletus. I love fucking life, so I gotta admit. In spite of all of our chaos, we still have some good things going for us.
Yeah, the internet.
We better hold on to that, right? Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, Cletus got it. I was waiting for him. I was trying to give him the opening so that he could hang up and check it out. He went out that door, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, anyways, folks, it's been interesting. And yeah, I picked on a woman streamer, and yeah, I was vulgar and rude because the ignorance that comes from that channel and channels like that is just mind-numbingly disgusting. And so, you know, I don't really care what gender you are, what color you are. None of that really fucking bothers me. And you know, if you're an asshole and you're blue, well, you're just an asshole that's blue. And if you're an asshole that's white, well, you just happen to be an asshole that's white or black or whatever the fuck you are. If you're a nice person, the same rule applies. So with that, I'm going to end the show. And I'm going to tell everybody, have yourself a good night. This is Sergeant Friday with Your Ass Hurts News Network, an official news agency of YouTube, Twitter, or I'm sorry, X, and Rumble. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.